Hello everyone, welcome back to the my next session. There is problems on valuation of goodwill. Now I would like to discuss with you the valuation of goodwill under the simple average profit method and that weighted average profit. Let's see the problem. Ramaya Limited proposed to purchase the business carried on by Mr. Akash. For this purpose, goodwill of the business is agreed to be valued at 3 years purchase of the weighted average profit of the past 4 years. Here the profits of the Mr. Akash company is to be given. During the 2017, the profits used to be rupees 1,80,000. 2018 it's 3 lakh. 2019 it's 2,10,000. Then 2020 it is 3,41,400. On the scrutiny of the accounts of the business, the following matters were revealed. The first one, 1/1/2019, a major repair was made to plant incurring expenditure of rupees 80,000, which was charged to revenue instead of capitalizing the same. Now it is agreed to be capitalized the said amount nothing but 80,000 for the purpose of valuation of goodwill, subject to the adjustment of depreciation at 10% per annum on reducing balance method. Then second one, the closing stock for the year 2018 was overvalued by rupees 15,000. Next, to cover the management cost, an annual charge of rupees 30,000 should be made for the purpose of the valuation of goodwill. Calculate the value of goodwill of the business. See here, the Ramaya Limited proposed to purchase the business carried on by Mr. Akash. Here, the Ramaya company is to be will to purchase Mr. Akash company. For this purpose, the goodwill of the business is agreed to be valued at 3 years purchase of the weighted average profits of the past 4 years. Here, the Ramaya Limited agreed that while purchasing the company of the Mr. Akash, that company has to pay the value of the goodwill on the basis of weighted average profit at 3 years of purchase among the past 4 years. Here, during the 2017, the company is to earn the profit of rupees 1,80,000. During 2018, rupees 3 lakh. During 2019, rupees 2,10,000. And during 2020, it's 3,41,400. On the scrutiny of the accounts of the business, the following matters were revealed. While scrutinizing the accounts of the Mr. Akash Company Limited, the following matters were revealed here. On 1/1/2019, a major repair was made. To plant incurring expenditure of rupees 80,000, which was charged to revenue instead of capitalizing the same. Actually, during the 2019, the company is to be incurred an expenditure of rupees 80,000, which was charged to revenue, but the company made the major repair is nothing but replacement of the plant. Either you have to purchase a new plant here. While making the expenditure of rupees 80,000, it should be nothing but the capital expenditure, but the company is treated this amount is as a revenue expenditure. It is totally wrong. ಯಾವಾಗ 80,000 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ನೀವು ಖರ್ಚು ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಮತ್ತೊಂದು ವರ್ಡ್ ಹೇಳಿದಾರೆ ಮೇಜರ್ ರಿಪೇರ್ ಅಂತೇಳಿ. ಮೇಜರ್ ರಿಪೇರ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು, ಇದ್ದಂಥ ಪ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಟನ್ನು ರಿಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ನ್ಯೂ ಪ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಟ್ ತಂದಂಗೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ದ್ಯಾಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ಹಿಯರ್ rupees 80,000 rupees ಏನಿದೆ, ದೇ ಆರ್ ಟ್ರೀಟೆಡ್ ಆಸ್ ರೆವೆನ್ಯೂ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಂಡಿಚರ್. ಅದನ್ನು ರೆವೆನ್ಯೂ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಂಡಿಚರ್ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಟ್ರೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ದ್ಯಾಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ಹಿಯರ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ರಾಂಗ್. ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಥವಾ ನಾವೇನು ಟ್ರೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗ್ತಂದರೆ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಂಡಿಚರ್ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಟ್ರೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. In these situations, this transaction should be rectified. How to rectify this one here? During the 2019, the profit is to be rupees 2,10,000, right? 2,10,000 rupees ಅದ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಆ ವರ್ಷ ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ, ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಲಾಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಸೈಡು 80,000 ಅಂತ ತೋರಿಸಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಯಾವುದು ರೆವೆನ್ಯೂ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಂಡಿಚರ್ ಅಂತೇಳಿ. ಹಿಯರ್ during the 2019, whatever the profit is there, that is rupees 2,10,000, you have to add rupees 80,000 as capital expenditure. This is the first one. Next one, now it is agreed to capitalize the said amount for the purpose of valuation. Yes, obviously ಯಾವಾಗ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಯೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಗುಡ್ವಿಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ ಅವಾಗ ಅವ್ರು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಇದನ್ನು ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಂಡಿಚರ್ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ನಾವು ಅಗ್ರಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಆದರೆ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಟು ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಯಾವಾಗ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಂಡಿಚರ್ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಮೇಕ್ ದ ಡೆಪ್ರಿಸಿಯೇಷನ್ ಎಟ್ 10% ಪರ್ ಎನಮ್ ಆನ್ ರೆಡ್ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಮೆಥಡ್. ರೆಡ್ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ WDV ಅಥವಾ ರೆಡ್ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾಯಿದ್ದೀವಿ, 10% ಏನು ಕೊಡ್ತಾಯಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಡೆಪ್ರಿಸಿಯೇಷನ್ನ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಅಂದರೆ 2019ಗೆ 80,000 rupees ಅದ. ಆನ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ 80,000 ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಪೇ 10% ಡೆಪ್ರಿಸಿಯೇಷನ್ ಡ್ಯೂರಿಂಗ್ ದಿ ಇಯರ್. ಇಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ 8,000 ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಡಿಡಕ್ಟ್ from the profit of rupees 2,10,000. This is the first case. Subsequently, during the 2020, whatever the 3,41,400 is there, you have to deduct the 7,200 as depreciation, because here while you are calculating the depreciation on the basis of the reducing balance method, actually first year the principal amount is to be 80,000. On that 10% means 8,000. Yes, ಅಂದರೆ 2019 80,000 rupees ಮೇಜರ್ ರಿಪೇರ್ಸ್ ಅದ, ರೈಟ್? ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಂಡಿಚರ್ ಅಂತ ಟ್ರೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಆನ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ 10% ಯು ಆರ್ ಟ್ರೀಟೆಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಮೇಕಿಂಗ್ ದಿ ಡೆಪ್ರಿಸಿಯೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಿ. ಅವಾಗ ಎಷ್ಟು ಉಳಿತದೆ? ಈಗ 8,000 ತೆಗೆದಾಗ 72,000 rupees ಇರ್ತು. ದೆನ್ ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ದ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದೇರ್, rupees 72,000 ಫಾರ್ ದಿ ಇಯರ್ 2020, ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ 10% ಡೆಪ್ರಿಸಿಯೇಷನ್ ಆನ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್. ಅಂದರೆ 72,000 rupees ಅದ, ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ 10% ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕೀಗ, ಡೆಪ್ರಿಸಿಯೇಷನ್ನ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ದೆನ್ ಅವಾಗ ಡೆಪ್ರಿಸಿಯೇಷನ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ 7,200. ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಮಚ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಡಿಡಕ್ಟೆಡ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, ದ ಕ್ಲೋಸಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ಫಾರ್ ದಿ ಇಯರ್ 2018 ವಾಸ್ ಓವರ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಡ್ rupees 15,000. ಎಸ್, in previous class I discussed with you, whenever there is a overvaluation is there, you have to deduct. ಯಾವಾಗ ಓವರ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಯೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಕ್ಲೋಸಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ಅಥವಾ ಓವರ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಯೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಓಪನಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಲೆಸ್ ಮಾಡಲೇಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ದ್ಯಾಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ಇಯರ್ ಡ್ಯೂರಿಂಗ್ ದಿ 2018 there is a closing stock is to be over valued by rupees 15,000. Here the 2018 profit is to be 3 lakh. On that 3 lakh you have to deduct 15,000 as overvaluation of closing stock. Then next year, that is the subsequent year 2019, you have to add undervaluation of opening stock, that is the 15,000. Next, third one, to cover the management cost, an annual charge of rupees 30,000 should be made for the purpose of valuation of goodwill. The company is to be incurring rupees 30,000 as an annual charge for the sake of valuation of goodwill. By considering these three adjustments, here you have to calculate the value of goodwill of the business on the basis of weighted average profit of the past 4 years. Here, to cover the management cost annually per year, you have to make the deduction of rupees 30,000 as a management cost for the purpose of valuation of goodwill. Yes, let me start the solution for the our problem here. First you have to calculate the adjusted profit. Here you have to write calculation of adjusted profit. Here I will make 5 columns. First column particulars, second column 2017, third column 2018, 2019, then 2020. Here the profits of the profits of the 4 years is to be, you have to take profits here 1,80,000, next 3 lakh, 2 lakh 10,000, 3 lakh 41,400, right. Then after that, here see the adjustments here. On 1/1/2019, the major repair was made to plant incurring expenditure of rupees 80,000, which was charged to revenue instead of capitalizing the same, right. Here you have to add major repairs during the 2019 worth rupees 80,000. Next, here the same you have to make depreciation on that plant. Depreciation here 2017 nil, 2018 is to be nil, 2019 10%, 8,000, right. Here 7,200. Why? 80,000 the principal amount, on that 10% depreciation. It means that during 2019 you have to charge 8,000 as depreciation. In next year, while 80,000 is your principal amount, you have to less depreciated during the 2019 rupees 8,000, the remaining balance 72,000, on that 10% 7,200 during the year 2020. This is the first one. Next, the closing stock, right. Here you have to less over valuation of closing stock during the year. Here the closing stock for the year 2018 was overvalued by rupees 15,000. It means here 15,000 you have to deduct. Same under valuation of opening stock 15,000. This one is the deductions. Here 2018 there is a overvaluation of closing stock 15,000. Next year this closing stock is to become opening stock during the 2019. You have to add it. The next one, to cover the management cost, an annual charge of rupees 30,000 should be made for the purpose of valuation of goodwill, right. Here less management cost. Every year you have to deduct 30,000, 30,000, 30,000, again 30,000. Then now you have to calculate adjusted profit. Adjusted profit equals to first year 1,50,000, 2018 year 2,55,000, then 2019 2,67,000, then 2020 3,04,200, right? This is the adjusted profit. Now you have to calculate the value of you have to calculate the weighted average profit. Here next step is calculation of weighted average profit. Here the first column year, next one profit, weights, next year the last column product. Here the years is to be 2017, 2018, 2019, the last one 2020. The profits you have to write here adjusted profit 1,50,000, 2,55,000, 2,67,000, next 3,04,200. Then proper weights is to be assigned here 1, 2, 3, 4. Make the total is this one, total 10. Then here product is there. It is a multiplication of profit and weights. Here you have to multiply these two. Here 1,50,000, then 2,55,000 into 2, 5,10,000, then 2,67,000 into 3, 8,01,000, 3,04,200 into 4, 12,16,800. The total is 26,77,800, right? Then weighted average profit equals to weighted average profit is equals to total product divided by total weights is equals to 26,77,800 divided by 10 is equals to 2,67,780. This is the weighted average profit. Then we have to move towards calculation of value of goodwill is equals to weighted average profit into number of years of purchase, right, is equals to here 2,67,780 into 3 years, because here during the problem for this purpose goodwill of the business is agreed to be valued at 3 years of purchase is given. That is why here number of years of purchase is to be 3 years. The multiplication of these two is rupees 8 lakh 3,340. This is the value of goodwill of Akash Limited. Here under the weighted average profit method. Thank you all.